Beep, 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 beep. This is Impulsive Postcast Live, coming to you live from Runyon Canyon, Los Angeles.
Yeah, I usually like to come here with a cute girl and
walk slowly and look at the view.
That was a little reference
to Friday's episode. So today we're actually coming to you live from Runyon. We're going to be climbing the hill and talking about the Logan Paul events of the week. This is the Impulsive Postcast, the official Impulsive after show. We are Paulologists. We study the Paul brothers, and we are brothers. I am Ryan.
And I am Zach. We are both from the same geographical region as both boys, and which is Cleveland. And so we feel like we have a little bit of insight into what is in the minds of these two men.
We're going to get up to a really high elevation here in Los Angeles, and we're going to actually see if we can see the curve of the Earth. We're going to see if we think if it's flat or curved.
Well, there's a good chance we'll be able to see the edge, if there is.
We're going to start on Friday's episode with Cameron Haynes, the bow hunter.
Yeah.
Because they were talking about running in this episode, and that's where we are today. It was kind of cool to come to a set. One of the real locations they talked about in the podcast. Kind of neat.
Really weird. I feel like I'm in the podcast.
All right. Logan wore plaid this episode to impress the hunter.
So you guys need a new tactic.
What was going on?
Oh, we're already on a podcast over here.
Dude, we've been past another guy doing a podcast here? That's freaking great.
Yeah, he wanted to have a more macho, kind of outdoorsy huntsman look. Went with the plaid. Didn't mind it.
Do you think that we should feel bad about doing this here, or do you think that this is Hollywood, baby?
I'm also conflicted. I noticed that you were kind of talking a little quieter, and I'm projecting a bit more. Maybe we should keep it a little quieter, but
maybe.
It is probably kind of annoying.
It's kind of annoying, but it's also Hollywood, baby, and we already passed another guy podcasting, so I don't know. All right, so one thing at the beginning of this podcast, they said Logan killed a deer at age 10 and cried tears of happiness.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really know what you have.
Is that normal? I don't know.
I mean, whenever you grow up and being taught that, like, there's nothing wrong with hunting, and you go out and that's like the goal, and you do it.
Should we tell everybody this story and see what they think about it? What do you think?
What's this question?
What do you think about this 10-year-old kid killing a deer and crying tears of happiness? Is that regular?
I think it is.
Oh my God.
If you grow up in that setting.
Okay. So we're ascending the hill now. You can hear me losing my breath. How are you feeling at the moment?
I feel fine. I'm not carrying anything.
I got a couple books in my bag. I got a couple water bottles.
I guess we'll talk about this guy. I don't really know much about him. I mean, he just seemed like a bowman. He's a bow hunter, and I don't know. It just seems like someone's dad.
Yeah, he said
that was probably pretty cool and nice.
His dad, he said that Logan's dad was in the audience this episode. They kind of met up. They linked up through Logan's dad.
And that's who it was through.
Sort of. It seems like he did the arranging.
Yeah. Oh, I thought maybe that his dad was just a fan of him and was like maybe told Logan about it and be like,
yeah, I don't know.
Hey, like this might be a cool dude to get on. And he was super grateful to be on the pod.
Yeah, I like this guy. He was like one of the guys that's on the Joe Rogan podcast and stuff. He's like,
yeah, he has been on, or is he coming in and out
of the Joe Rogan podcast,
or does he just? I know that he has
a guest on the show before.
Okay.
So he's sort of that circuit, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, the Brandon Schaub.
Sort of like man circuit.
Yeah, completely.
The post-man show podcast world circuit.
Kind of like the toxic masculine man circle.
Possibly. It's definitely got some hints of that thrown in. There's no doubt because Jordan Peterson's on that circuit and stuff. But it's not all bad, I'd say.
No, I don't. I like it. It's fine.
But yeah, he was cool. It's like 50 or whatever.
I will
He's a
say in general,
sharpshooter.
this week, or even maybe with this guy and having some older gentlemen on the pod, Mike was really being funny this week and saying just funny shit.
Yeah.
Just kind of like, I don't know, made me laugh a couple times.
Yeah, I agree. As I said before, I'm sorry, Mike. Sorry I doubted you. Sorry I thought you were going to get kicked off the show February 22nd.
He's still kicking.
And we're still kicking here at Runyon.
It could be true that Spencer is kicked off and he's just going to be in China forever.
China. He's never going to come back from China.
Yeah, he's still working out in China. What do you got next in these notes?
This guy said it is that people say that they wish they could see his daughter's head on a wall.
Yeah.
The guys he gets trolled by. That's pretty harsh, right? I guess. We're going to go up a steep hill here.
Yeah, I mean, he's just talking about hate in general. You're going to get that.
That's just rough, dude.
I mean, nobody's surprised.
They talked about the Christchurch shootings and how New Zealand automatically banned automatic rifles, which was crazy. I didn't hear that. Weird. I just heard that through Impulsive.
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
Actual news. Oh,
I have
I don't have any grip.
I don't have any grip either. Let's go this way. This is a
shit.
good spot. Come over here.
Oh, fuck. All right, guys. We're still going here. I gotta look at that. They mentioned a study about Gen Z and how they value their life more in likes and comments. Remember that when they mentioned that?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but I gotta look into like whatever the
Source.
science and all the process was that. But interesting stat that Gen Z, they're all about the numbers.
I mean, I'm not
To quote
surprised. I
Esna.
wouldn't be surprised at all.
Yeah. This guy runs 90 miles a day. That was the thing.
I heard him talking about it, which reminded me of my boy Matt Graham.
Matt Graham. First Man Out. Shout out to the new show, First Man Out. Great show. Check it out on YouTube. It's like $8. Wait, he's not on every episode, but he's on there.
Anyways, yeah. So, yeah, he just runs and he bow hunts and he just really, seems like an all-American guy.
Yeah, he's basically wilderness man. Like he can thrive in the woods, light his own fire, hunts, gets his own meat. He's the freaking stereotype of the American mountain man, wilderness man, man's man.
Yeah, pretty much.
The original frontiersman.
Oh yeah, a couple Beatles out here.
Wow. Can you believe 90 miles a day? Running 90 miles a day.
Wait, that's true?
That's what he said. I don't know if that was a freaking miss.
I think maybe that was like
I
I don't even know if you could do that.
Look,
I
check
guess
the
you
facts.
could.
Maybe I should have. I don't know. It mentioned it.
I think that might have been an exaggeration.
Look, I don't know.
We don't know the facts here.
That was just a note I took. There was a quote that Logan said that he wrote down that a girl said to him. A girl that he's like sort of romantically involved with right now said this quote to him: "You're actually really weird and turning me off more than anyone in my life." That surprise you at all?
Doesn't surprise me. It also sounds like an exaggeration, but
I was just wondering what was going on in the moment that she said that. What might have been happening?
I wonder if he even changed that in the moment, changed what she said.
Possibly. He wrote it down on his phone, so he meant to want it word for word,
He might have actually planted that.
Possibly. Alright, we'll catch you back in a sec. Aww. Here's just a little scenic shot there for the podcast. We're going to go to Monday's episode with Adam22 and Lena the Plug, or Lena the Plug. I think they said Lena, though.
Yeah, I said Lana.
Okay. And I guess
Was that Monday?
That was Monday.
Okay.
I heard about this guy from the Fauzi episode because he was on. Fauzi was on Adam 22. Fauzi too was on Adam 22's podcast, and he was when he was really like crazy glitching out,
Yeah.
That's where I heard about him. And then I guess Adam 22 just got a gun pulled on him in his recent podcast
Live stream.
which is insane. And he thought it was fake immediately, and like kind of just blocked himself. It was weird, right? So he's kind of like, he's basically like making the rounds on other people's podcasts and interview shows, like talking about it.
Yeah.
Kind of
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, he's friends with all these people already, I guess.
Yeah. I didn't know anything about him before this. Apparently he used to do BMX, and now he just likes hip-hop and does like hip-hop interviews, I guess. And
yeah, he's just like
podcasts about what hip-hop like songs he's into and what shit that he's not into. And
I thought it was interviews with rappers too.
I don't know. That was me kind of guessing.
No.
So, but yeah, in that vein.
So he had a Lisa Simpson tattoo on his neck.
Really?
You didn't see that?
No.
Oh my god, the side of his neck above his ear, where his hair is like on the side of his head, below his hair, he had a crazy Lisa Simpson screaming tattoo.
I saw it through his hair, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell what it was.
I just couldn't stop looking at that the whole episode.
Yeah, I kept looking at it too, but I didn't even know what it was. I just was like, oh, that's weird looking. And a lot of bright colors.
It was weird, but I mean, I kind of, after a long enough, looking at it long enough, I was like, kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He's an interesting dude for sure. Mike had a fucking boner this whole episode, and Logan even called him out on it. Because he kept asking him shit. They're the same age, so
Yeah.
they were into a lot of the same stuff. They're from East Coast. So he made a couple of references. Oh, God, I want to bring this up. He asked the question, where's the craziest place you've been made whoopee?
Yeah. Do you not know that reference?
No, I do. I just thought it was fucking hilarious that he said that.
Nobody else knew it or something. It's like a reference from an old game show where like some like they said it. When's the weirdest place you ever made whoopee? And somebody the dude's answer was like, or the lady's answer was like, in the butt. Is like, it's a famous game show moment.
Right. It was what show? Family Feud, I
something
think.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. This guy said Fight Club changed his life. He was like, materialism's bullshit, man.
I found that kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know how you felt about that. I was like, huh.
It's where a lot of the
Mike said he kind of agreed.
Yeah. A lot of the alt-right culture came out of like the philosophy of Fight Club and stuff. So it's kind of he's not just like he's
Who directed Fight Club? Who wrote it?
David Fincher, but written by Chuck Palahniuk. It's based on a novel by Chuck Palahniuk.
Right.
Look, I read his books too, so
Yeah.
I'm saying, I have a little bit of the alt-right red pill blood in me as well.
Yeah, unfortunately. So did I.
So, and he said, he's like, I understand why people voted for Trump, because it's just like, you want to watch the world burn down.
That was an interesting thing that I wasn't surprised they kind of agreed with.
Yeah.
Lightly, but did agree.
Yeah. I would say that that's a lot of the reason why a lot of people did it. The Fight Club mentality. And my feet on the end and the hair on it. Okay.
Is that the Fight Club song?
That's the song, the Pixies song that plays when the buildings are falling. Okay.
We got next here.
Sorry, yeah. It's hard for me to read these. You got anything else to say? Oh, guess one thing I would say. They have like an open relationship, and basically it seems like him and Lena the Plug, who's like a porn star / Snapchat model / Snapchat adult film worker.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird that she said Snapchat's where basically all the adult film girls are, cam girls.
And are making money.
Crazy, right? And
I'm not surprised because it's more private and people are more inclined to fucking throw down the dollar on fucking Snapchat whenever they
Snapchat doesn't have payment systems anymore, but they do it through other systems.
They don't.
I did it. I went through the whole process one time to see what people were up to. I paid for one.
Oh yeah, I think you said that.
And it was fine. It was whatever, man. It's cool that they're making money that way. I gotta say. It sounds like she's making a ton of money.
Right. It did seem that way.
But her and her boyfriend. Woo. Hold on a second. I'm waiting for her. Not around other people. So yeah, we were right next to somebody on the trail, and basically, so her and her boyfriend, Adam 22, they bang a lot of girls together in adult films.
They had banged Riley Reid, I'm assuming.
Yeah, definitely. They were like, we don't want to talk about it, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they were cool about it.
Do you feel like their relationship is the future of relationships? Do you think that it's because it's intertwined with adult film, it's like sort of fake? Do you think that open relationships, the way they're having it, are going to be pretty normal?
Do I think they're going to be normal? More normalized, yeah, for sure. But I also think that it's still kind of like a subculture and like a Hollywood kind of thing to be more open, because I just don't think it's going to become the norm, at least in my lifetime. I don't think.
Yeah.
I think it's still a little bit of a specific group in a situation, and it's like, yeah, I don't know if I want to say it's about money, but
yeah,
I don't know.
It's just about, I read this book called What's Love and What It Could Be, and it was basically like, she's like, we just need to tell like movies and TV shows about that so that people can even get introduced to how the dynamics would work in a relationship like that. It's just not normalized through storytelling, is what her whole argument was.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
You think what was that, Big Love, the Mormon Utah show? You think that it like normalized it to a general population more at all?
Maybe a bit. Yeah.
I will say though, like, I don't think that Adam 22 is about to have a dude come in on his threesomes. What do you think? It didn't sound like it, but
no,
he definitely didn't brag about it.
They only talked about other girls, so
which is still a little, that's a little red pill. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it could be, but I mean, maybe she's not into that. I don't know. I'm
just gonna say, I'm gonna leave it like right there. I don't really know,
Yeah.
But I would say that I noticed that it's like they were never taught. It seemed like it was benefiting him really well.
Yeah.
But she was into it too. But I would say, like, I don't know, it seemed a little not progressive. It seemed like it was more like the bad things about the Mormon version of polygamy. Like, you don't see a Mormon woman with a bunch of husbands. It's always the other way around. The patriarchal man with a ton of women.
Yeah, true. I agree with that. What else we got here? Let's start walking.
All right. He wore a XXXTentacion shirt, the whole time.
Sure.
And he was like really good friends with him, and basically they're having to separate the art.
The dude that got murdered for like no reason or something.
Yeah. I don't really actually know the details, but he was like, it came out that he was like really abusive to his girlfriend, did some really dark stuff if you look into it. But then he's like, I've changed, I'm not that guy anymore, and everybody around him was like, he has changed. But like, yeah, it's still, he's super a controversial figure, whatever.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. Adam 22 had an acid trip that changed his life.
Did he say that?
He said it in the woods. He like was tripping for like a day and a half, and everything changed after that. Oh, and had the realization, which is like really dumb, that Jurassic Park was a vlog.
That's actually kind of funny.
It's just a vlog with dinosaurs, man. I feel like acid doesn't really make you realize that dumb stuff all the time. I don't want to make him give acid a bad name with that. So, yeah, this guy was like, I'm still going to be listening to Michael Jackson. I'm still going to be jamming his tunes.
Oh, did they say that?
He did say that.
Yeah.
So it's like he's basically on the side of separate the art from artist, sort of.
Right.
In that debate, he's hard on art. Art can stand alone. Yeah. So, interesting dude.
Really interesting dude. Let's cut it here.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they were talking about Cardi B a lot at the end there. You remember that?
Yeah.
And, like... they
were talking about how there needs to be more women like her, kind of.
Yeah, they were on the side of, like, she shouldn't be doing that to women, blah, 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 blah. And they were like, no, that's empowering to, like, take your own sexuality into control. And they kind of all got it, and everybody learned something there that day.
Yeah.
I'd say that's one of the greatest moments in impulsive history.
Did they agree that...
Mike said his mind was, like, really flipped in that moment.
Can you explain that a little bit more? I'm not.
He said, well, she was like, there's a lot of girls who are like taking their sexuality into their own hands and stuff,
Right.
and that everything she's doing is really empowering and not degrading, not basically the opposite of what Mike thought.
Right.
That it was basically teaching women to like use sexuality in like a bad way or belittle themselves or objectifying themselves, you know?
Yeah.
But she was basically like, no, it's like leaning into, you know,
Just being like,
taking advantage of the situation, etc.
Yeah. Sometimes you just need to take advantage of the situation.
Yeah, she's basically stripping is one of the ways she hustles. Like hustle, if you can see, I feel like I don't look at the word hustle as like a very good word. Like I feel like that usually means like taking advantage of the situation in a sort of like way that puts, I don't know, in a way that hurts others. You know what I mean? Like forgiving anything that would
at the expense of
at the
someone
expense
else.
of others. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of what hustling has come to imply. Like you do what you got to do. That's business, baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
But I'd say I see like the positive way that people are using it too. And yeah, I don't know. They basically like she's hustling. Stripping is one of the ways she hustles. She's like, you know,
Okay.
I'm a beautiful woman. People are going to pay for it. I don't care. I'm still healthy in my mind. Everybody seems happy in this situation. I'm going to do what I want. And no shame about my body because, like, you know, women's bodies in the past have been like, you should be ashamed for your period. You know, get away from society. Basically, okay, whatever. I'm going to cut it off here.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I thought it was a good moment in Impulsive History. So we're actually going to start talking about the Flat Earth documentary, asterisk mockumentary. We're here at the top of Runyon. You could see there is no curve. It's flat as can be.
Looks like it.
So I guess I'm going to have to side on that argument on the flat side. What do you think about this? Just give me right off the dome. You said you only watched 30 minutes or so
I
of it.
started watching like about 20, 30 minutes of it. The tone of it reminded me of Chotch Tales. I don't like the overdubbing kind of like narration. It's
You don't like written Logan. You don't like actor Logan or like writer Logan.
nah, not really. I kind of like.
You like right off the dome.
I like Off the Dome, yeah, and I think he's funnier off the dome. Although I'm not saying he's not funny, but like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's more like their recent series Best Friends, which is like a live action, like Evan and him playing themselves doing things, which is like, you know, it was a mockumentary. It was kind of like Nathan For You in a way that they like tricked people in the real world into like sort of playing along with their story.
Right, I could kind of see that, and it was probably really fun to do.
Yeah, in some ways it was innovative.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't totally love it.
I haven't seen it. I will watch it, and I'm sure I will enjoy it. But I don't know. I'm being pretty critical right now too.
The guy that they interviewed at the Flat Earth documentary conference, the main dude came out and said, "I was tricked. They pranked me. I didn't know anything, and I'm mad at them."
Yeah, that's funny. But do I think it's right that they did that? I don't know. I don't really care.
It was cool that they made all like the drama channels play along when Logan admitted like I'm coming out of the Flat Earth closet at the stage at the conference. All the news outlets at the time picked it up and said he was a flat earther, and they used all that B-roll in the episode. And you know, I just think that's kind of what reminded me of Nathan For You, because he like got that viral video to go into the news and stuff, basically tricking the media into doing something, into like playing into your prank.
Yeah, I mean, did a good job of that.
It was dumb. I like the graphics where when Mike was talking about the edge of the earth, you know, and it was like Alaskan glaciers in space.
Yeah.
It was really beautiful. The music was beautiful.
Yeah, I did see that. Where he first saw it. Where would he first see it?
His dad worked for NASA or like
Right.
a government program, and him and his like friend or whatever walked up to
On
the edge.
base, right. Yeah, that was funny. Was it Mike's big moment though, you think?
He was just psyched about it because he was co-starring, with Logan Paul.
Right. I get that. I would have been psyched too.
It wasn't bad though. I'd say this was basically a success. Just like I wanted it to be a real documentary, not a mockumentary.
Yeah. I kind of knew it was going to be a mockumentary the whole time, but I didn't know how they were going to do it. But how many views does it have?
Don't know. I haven't checked. Probably a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. He wrote something on Instagram too that he basically a long paragraph that like everybody's reporting on it. Like, I want to be more than a YouTube star. I'm not just. This is dumb. I'm addicted to the instant gratification of post a vlog, get the likes and views, make another vlog. He's like, I want to take years on something. I don't know. He posted it the other day.
Oh, really?
He's in Kauai right now, so I think he's maybe. I don't know if he's doing like messing around with some psychedelics in Kauai and coming to like some major conclusions, but I could see it just because that's something I would do.
Spencer's back from China.
But yeah, he's in Kauai right now. He posted a weird video on Twitter the other day, which was kind of a Casey Fry. What was that guy's name?
Yeah.
Kind of his style of humor. He's mentioned before he's like a fan of him.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, it was kind of a weird Twitter video. He's like, "Hey, wake up every day. I'm gonna go for a jog. It's how you feel good." It was kind of a weird character.
I like that. I'll check that out. I haven't seen that.
So, yeah, who knows what's going on in Kauai? We'll see when he gets back next Monday. Is that
Tomorrow?
It's tomorrow. Frick, it's Sunday. All right, should we keep moving?
Yeah.
And move on to actual news. Chantal Jeffries now.
Yeah.
I don't have much else to say about the Flat Earth doc, other than a little bit of a disappointment.
Well, I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's watchable for
know.
sure.
I'll let you guys know next week.
I thought you would have watched it, but
only had one day off this week on the grind, so.
frick. Can you return my notes page back to Chantal Jeffries? What'd you think about her right off the dome?
Seems cool. I don't know. I don't really have a huge fucking opinion on her. Yeah, I'm just looking through your notes here. They were talking about some conspiracy theories, so she was spouting some knowledge. She sounded intelligent.
Yeah, she was like, I did AP Science. She was like, she is a science nerd.
When she dropped the AP Science, I was like, oh yeah, she's smart for sure.
But she was like kind of smart. I don't know. She knew more about like how electricity works than I think I do. I wouldn't have known that much.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a bit of a nerd, science nerd. Sounds like she's like another level higher than me, because if she was in AP Science, she'd probably crunch some numbers about it.
It just sounded like maybe she just learned about it too. Maybe.
She was like a Rick and Morty fan, which is like, you just like science and science fiction, and I get it. That's kind of how I am about it. Like, I learn what I like to learn, and I kind of feel smart about certain things, but I'm not so sure if I am or if I'm just like repeating something Neil deGrasse Tyson said.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she's definitely a Tesla fan.
Tesla. They said that Tesla died a virgin. I don't know about that.
Kind of doubt it, but possible. What's this supplement? Lithium?
Oh, she's taking lithium supplements to balance out her mood, she said.
Did she say that?
Yeah, I think that's what she said. Or she like drinks water sometimes. She's like, there's like lithium in our water and it balances out. I don't know. It's sort of conspiracy theory but no, lithium is really like that. Lithium's a crazy. I don't know where it is in the periodic table, but I remember hearing it. I watched I have like one of these like really shallow knowledges of lithium.
Is that a noble gas?
I don't know, dude.
I don't think it
But
is.
it just does something really weird with your brain, and it's like kind of weird that it's just like an element in the universe.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
Like, it's one of those things that like I just watched one or two videos of it, and I feel like I know about it, but actually I don't.
Yeah, I'm just seeing here that
They talked about a lot of the big conspiracies, like HARP, the weather control system. All the I was into conspiracies too for a while too. It's so fun. They're fun, and she seems to be into them for the sake of fun too. Like, likes to hear about them. Doesn't seem like she believes them or anything. What do you think?
It didn't really seem like she just was interested in them and knows a lot of shit about them. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, don't have much to say about her. Like, she's friends with other YouTubers.
Her fame is kind of crazy.
She's just hot, and like
she looks exactly like Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
If you look at her Instagram, I was like, what? On the show, she didn't so much.
Yeah.
But in all of her photos, she's like a Kim Kardashian clone. And if they said they didn't want to talk about her dating history,
Right.
it was like a lot of like Kyrie Williams. Is that basketball player?
Kyrie Irving.
Irving.
Yeah.
Kyrie. Yeah. Sorry, I don't go sports.
Yeah. He's
this is-
Cleveland. He
she
was
did-
on Cleveland.
She dated a football player too, Justin Bieber, a bunch of like big celebs. So
She dated Bieber.
for a bit. She was like in a car crash famously with him.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's why she didn't want to talk about it because it was a little too much tea for impulsive.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, but it's kind of crazy. Her face looks exactly like she's got the Kardashian face, and she's like, "What would you?" I don't know.
What?
I thought that she maybe got a lot of like plastic surgery to like look like them, you know, because that's like kind of how a lot of people are doing it these days. Like
Yeah.
they're buying the Kardashian face, but I look back on it, she just has it naturally. It's
Yeah.
kind of crazy.
Probably same origin, like same like ethnicity,
Yeah,
possibly.
seemed cool. I mean, I don't know. Let me see if else I had to say about it.
Drake.
Oh, wait, I can't hold that. Oh, yeah. They kept talking about how Drake is a Logan Paul fan, and they found out. And he's like, that's like changing his life because he loves Drake. Alex Jones
How did
is
they know
coming on.
that?
It was through her somehow.
Wow. I don't know about that.
They got Alex Jones coming on. I'm really looking forward
Yeah,
to that.
that's gonna be interesting.
Talked about it a couple times. I don't know. I don't have much else to say.
Yeah, I don't. Nothing really in their conversation really stuck with me. Besides like Mike just being funny, like and
They talked about Mike was really insistent on telling the story about how they were getting in a fight and like he was gonna taser his head. And basically, like, the fans told me early on that I was a yes man, and I am nothing like that. I tell Logan exactly what I'm feeling, and we always get in fights, basically, because that's
that
how
was
much of a
funny.
not a yes man I am. And, like, I don't know, I did think he was. That's why I thought he was going to get fired. But anyway, you remember that?
yeah.
He was like,
Well, that's
Yeah.
going to be it for our impulsive postcast today.
Yeah, I mean, some interesting guests, but you know, I think who was your favorite guest this week? Probably the 90 miles.
Probably the 90 miles guy.
He just like was I listened to it. I was like, this guy seems nice.
They were putting down the vegan dude about saying a squirrel was more important than a human or as important as a human. They were really bashing him.
He's like, man, I don't know about that, but
Overall,
you know
he
what?
seemed very cool, though.
I try to, you know, I find my food and you know I try to do it in the most humane way as possible.
You know, I wish I could
goes
be a
right to
meat-
the table
Yeah.
and feed my family. You know, that's it. That's all I want.
I wish I could be a meat eater the way he is. You know?
Yeah,
That's why
right.
he's like on the Rogan circuit. He's like being a man in the way all men want to be in like a classical, like brainstem,
More like
traditional
ethical.
sense.
Yeah.
Well, like also in like like a futuristic and historic way.
All right.
Sorry. Okay. Welp. That's gonna wrap it up.
I just looked like Bill Maher.
There's a lot of famous people on this hill. It might have been him.
I was just guys. We went by Bill Maher. That's crazy.
What do you think is really him?
I don't know. I need to look
Think
up a
so.
picture. All right,
I
guys.
see Danny DeVito over there.
Holy shit. Guys, give us a like in the App Store wherever you listen to podcasts. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music.
You think this was a good episode or a bad episode?
Probably bad.
Because you think it's because we were on the hill, or you think they're just all bad?
I think it was because we were on the hill and walking, a little bit out of breath, and this is probably going to be pretty much unwatchable, but not the worst.
So at times, I was really focusing on the framing, and I hope people appreciate that.
Yeah, there's going to be some good stills for sure. Hopefully we can get a good thumbnail here.
All right, we'll be back next week with another show in the life of Logan. What are you looking forward to?
Next week,
Yeah.
I mean, I think we just talked about it, like
Yeah.
the Alex Jones.
Alex Jones, post Kawhi. We'll see what happened there. See if there's really a revelation of some kind.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you next week. Take it easy, fam. Peace.
Oh wait, we didn't do our views thing. Our views our views
right.
teeny weeny podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, views this week. We do another show called Views Teeny Weeny Podcast. Views Teeny Weeny Podcast. Okay, David Dobrik and Jason Nash. They still didn't get the episode up. Like, what am I gonna do? Just not listen?
It's really annoying.
They post the audio and then the video doesn't come for days now. I'm just gonna have to like hold off on that because I didn't watch the whole video episode last week because like I already listened to this 2 days ago.
Same.
All right, that's all I have to say about it. Really.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. Take it easy, fam. Peace.